Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We're back for another match of the Hamilton Sevens. This one's an intriguing one. It's going to be France taking on Samoa. Whoever wins this keeps their hopes of a quarterfinal spot alive. But if it is Samoa that win it, then it is pretty much guaranteed. In fact, it would be that Samoa and Fiji are the two sides going through to the quarterfinals. So can they do a little bit of a favor for their Pacific Island brothers? We will have to wait and see. Looking through at Samoa's starting lineup, it will be Valvasa, Afasua, Maliko, Opitai, Letufia, Paul Scanlon, Owen Nui, and Falaniko is the last name there. Then for France, it is Legel, Zedar, Rebaj, Steven Perez, Riva, Pesquet, and Grandidier, the leading try scorer of the whole Sevens year so far. But Maliko's right behind him, and he's going to be looking to try and catch up. But it will be the French kicking off this one from right to left for their second match in the pool stages. Is going to be put high and gliding through the air. Samoa able to take it nicely. And they've got this ball available. Va'a Pilomaliko now looking for the inside pass. Finds it beautifully to Scanlon, who beats one defender. Can he beat Perez in a foot race? He sure can. And Paul Scanlon within 20 seconds. Samoa able to get themselves the first try. There's a scoreboard clock up there. I could have used that rather than my imaginary watch that I don't have. And Scanlon is quite a silky player. I rate him. Says Ethan, he's a very handy individual out there on the park. Same with the man who assisted that try. Va'a Apilo Maleko left the gap by drifting the defense across way. Score prediction for this one then. Says Harrington, I'm going to go Samoa win it by 7. I'll go, it will be 20 or 19 points to 12 is what we'll go with. In fact, I'd like to change that. 17 points to 10. 17 points to 12. 17 points to 12, final answer. But then that would mean that these two sides slow down the scoring. So it could be 27 points for the Samoans here. But it is going to be 5-0 at the moment for Samoa. Unsuccessful kick attempt, but that one's gone extremely high and just drifted the 10. So brilliant take from Grandidier, being willing to lure himself into taking that one. Now counter ruck from Samoa, looking dangerous in the breakdown early on in this contest, and a much better start than they had in their last game when they were playing up against the Kenyans. We have seen them playing pretty well to be losing their games. Kenya had a good game up against Fiji very recently. 5.5 minutes left in this first 7 minutes. It's a wide cutout pass. It's going to be sitting up awkwardly. I think that was a knock-on from Samoa, but it's going to be, now a knock-on advantage, and they'll go back for the scrum. I'm going 26-19, says Harrington. I think that's a better score prediction than what I said. And also I think Blitzbox would rather face France, so probably supporting France here. Says Ethan, yeah, I think Blitzbox, although France have been their bogey team in the past as well, but same can be said about Samoa. They were able to beat South Africa in South Africa, which was a pretty massive one for them. See someone fanning themselves in the background. It's quite warm in Hamilton at the moment. Still quite a few empty seats, though. It would be great to see those filled up. I did see online that there are $100 per ticket in certain spots of this ground. So you can kind of understand why there are quite a few empty seats around for day one. But Samoa versus Fiji, I think that's the game that we're going to hear the crowd be the loudest. 27-16 to France, says David in there as well. So currently, France, they sit 7th in the World Series standings. Samoa at the top. The last time that Samoa were top of the World Sevens Series, an iPad was just being released. The very first one. It's been around for 13 years. So, it's been a while. Samoa doing very nicely. Right, it's going to be the scrum feed. Steven Perez about to feed the ball, and quite a stoppage there for that scrum. But now it's available for Riva to go across. Flat pass off the Grandidier. It's important that the one-on-one defense is strong from the Samoans. Scanlon rushed in, but then missed the tackle. A bit tricky for the Samoans to be able to get that man after he did such a thing. Now it's a loose pass. Available again. Going to be the big man, Pesquet. Finds the offload to Riva. Now off to Perez. Lot of pressure being put on the kicking behind. But I think Legel was on his heels, but it's going to sit up for him perfectly. Great kicking and great initiative from Perez to see that they weren't going anywhere, so they needed to try and go for the offload. Now another run forward. This time Sadar not able to get through. 45 meters out from the line here. France, great defense from Samoa to not allow the French to get that momentum going. 19-10. Manu Samoa. Go Manu, says Mark Malia. And there as well. Now available. It's going to be stolen in the breakdown from Va'a Pilomaliko. Now Samoa have this ball 40 meters out from the line, or do they? It's a counter ruck from France, and they've got it back. 3.5 minutes left of the first half here. Nice step. Here come France. It's going to be tough to stop them. Pascal finds the offload to Riva, and that will be their first try of the contest. A nice, easy one between the sticks as well. And at Sevens, what kind of prices are those? I get to join in at the halftime team talks with that price, says Ethan. Yeah. Like, it makes me wonder if New Zealand, either they've put the prices up for this one because they know it's their last Sevens event, or if that's the reason New Zealand are losing their Sevens event is because they're overcharging, so they're not getting numbers to the ground. And go to money, thanks, mate. The live commentary, can't wait to watch the Sevens in Sydney next week, says Marcus here. It's going to be awesome. See the two matches taking place, or the two legs in the Trans-Tasman. And yeah, Sydney will be an interesting one. I'm hoping we don't have too many overlaps with a match of cricket we're playing in real life. I don't think there will be too many, though, so we should be commentating all throughout the weekend and absolutely loving it. Talofa Hamish, happy New Year's. Good to see you back. Who say have a great day. Sees King T right back at you, mate. Hopefully the team that you want to win are doing pretty well and are going to be doing well throughout the competition. It's kicked him behind. A little bit of a slip there from Scanlon inside of the 22. Apelo Maliko passes across, and I've noticed most recently he's become a lot more unselfish than he used to be, because something that Apelo Maliko was brilliant at was breaking that line, but then at times he waited a little bit too long to be able to try and find the pass to a teammate. Now he seems to go early, and it worked well for that first try that we saw of Paul Scanlon, well chased by Perez after the kick him behind from the Samoans, 40 meters out from the French line now, and finding another offload. Grandidier to be tackled in a 2-on-1. Owen Nui diving over the ball. Now, I think his hands were on the ground, but they've said that it's the penalty. So now Samoa, they will once again have another attack. Paul Scanlon chased down by Perez, who rushed forward, and now it's left the gap for Valvasar Faso, who's put the ball down. It's slippery like butter out there at the moment for the Samoans. Legiel thought about the offload attempt. That's going to be a penalty because the tackler has not been able to roll away in time. Now Perez going short pass. It's a drop ball from the French. Samoa once again in position. Valvasar Faso, man on the outside. You've got to go to him. Oh, he doesn't. He just bulldozes over the top of his teammate. Now Falaneko gives it off, and that will be the try for Owen Nui. So he found the man in the end. He just waited a little bit longer till he got the chance to bulldoze over a French player. And Nui scoring his second try of the Hamilton Sevens, and it was a tremendous one. Falaneko, he said, get out of my way, Rabash, because I see my teammate on the outside and I'm going to give the ball to him. And Nui reaps the rewards. Samoa take the lead. This is going to be a close game, I have a feeling. That feeling from the start, but seems like it's definitely going to be a seesaw between the two sides. I don't think my voice is going to be able to handle 2 days of sevens. I don't know why. I think it's been less trained recently than beforehand, but we've still got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games later on today that we will be covering on the channel, ladies and gentlemen. So be sure to stick around for those. Also, we've got a couple previews and reviews coming up. And I'm not watching, just listening. Great commentary, says Harrington. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated you being here for this one. Sitting up nicely for Legiel. Currently after the halftime siren. So France could kick this into touch if they don't want that extra pressure, which they might consider now, or they'll consider going off to the right-hand side by the looks of it. Still having another crack, 30 meters out. Nice slick passing from France, trying to create the try opportunity before the end of the half. Now Legiel, once again, driving, gets down to the knee, so they do have to release him. Counter ruck from Samoa, and it's going to be Motu Opai leading the charge. That ball's stuck. Okay, he has to release him now. It was quite a confusing moment for a second there, but the knee went to ground for France, so they were able to retain. We're already 1 minute past the halftime siren. Valvasar Faso, brilliantly done because he got fended in the face. Still made the tackle. Perez goes off to Pascal. Great diving take. Samoa look for the turnover. Don't get a Motu Opitai, putting pressure on Pasquet again. Found the offload. What time is France going to end this half? Grandidier now. Down the wing. Bump off. Big shot coming in. Oh, Scanlon's put himself to sleep. It's the worst way to do it. It's like when you're holding down your arm and then you flick it up and smack yourself in the mush. That looked like I did. It was about this far away. Grandidier now close, gets his pants pulled down, his bum is out, and that's going to be the try for France. Perez gets it. Just. And how long left of the half? Well, now it's half time. They're checking this one. My voice is going away. That was a quite hectic end to the first 7 minutes. They're checking a tip tackle here, and I believe one of the Samoans was frustrated, decided to tip him above the horizontal. It could be a yellow card here. High scoring, says Harrington, certainly. Okay, the referee from Uruguay, I believe it is, has just said that they want to check the foul play. I mean, the only foul play at this stage is the fact that he puts his ass right in the face of the Samoan player. Yeah, that's above the horizontal, so I think that's going to be a yellow. Perez. There is indeed foul play. Tips him over. The bum, luckily the bum wasn't out more, because if the bum was out more, the camera, they would have had to keep looking at it. Luckily, it was just a little bit of crack action for Grandidier. A cheeky finish, says Ethan. Very cheeky indeed. That will be France with the lead. And should Fiji host the 7 series after the crowd saw at the draw games? Absolutely. Like, it would have been absolutely awesome to see a Fijian leg of the 7 circuit. And hopefully we get there eventually, right? So that's going to be Motu Opitai. In fact, Owen Nui going off the field now for the yellow card. Ass in the Samoa's face. Stop saying bum, says Harrington. Now a conversion to come for the French. This is to keep their hopes and dreams alive of going through to the quarterfinals. They need this win. That's a massive drop kick, and it's accurate. It's gone over 14 points to 10. Our halftime now for France. Going to be a big second half for the Samoans. They're only going to have 6 men on the field for the first 2 minutes of this half. Been quite a high scoring, pacey attack from both sides here. You'd have to say key player for Samoa, you'd probably almost go far for Whananiko, to be honest. He did score himself a try in the last match of Cape Town, actually the final. Managed to get himself one at halftime, a quick turnaround. Says Harrington, exactly right. And these players, we're going to get to see them tested. Unisioni coming off the bench. Alongside him, Levi Milford, Noel Levaia, Tuitama, Iti Slater, and also Unisai. So pretty useful players for the Samoans. Although Unisioni, I think he might have had a bit of a knee injury after the last match up against Kenya. Whereas for France, they've got Iragua, who had a good impact in their last game up against Fiji, Epi, and also Huyard, another one to mention. I've watched a little Sevens before, but a little bit of a newbie to it, says Harrington. That's no worries at all. Hopefully we can, I guess, teach you something along the way. So far, we might not have taught too much, other than that thing of accidentally like smacking yourself in the face if you pull your wrist down. Don't do that, by the way. It does actually really hurt. I haven't tried it. I've just seen someone almost break their nose from doing it. Let's go, Manu Samoa. Says Lena in there as well. And currently down by 4, but definitely they still have that fight in them. And they'll be looking to go big in the second half. They had a better second in the game up against Kenya as well. They actually scored four tries without Kenya scoring any, I believe it was. So they know how to come back in a game if they have a rough first 7 minutes. They can't afford a rough 7 up against the Fijians, though, because that is going to be a very tough game. Was there a yellow? It was. So Owen Nui, a little bit of a tip tackle on the player who had his bum out. So he had to go off the field for the next 2 minutes. Now, France ranks 7th, Samoa 1st. The last time that Samoa were actually leading in a Sevens competition at this stage, Instagram was just getting invented. There you go, some fun stats. They showed them earlier. I'm just reading off them pretty much. Kate Middleton and William, they got engaged 2010, I think. I don't know, I was 10, so didn't really know much about the royal family. Still don't, to be honest. Right. So Paul Scanlon's going to have to go off for an HIA. That's fair enough because he was sleeping in that first half. Not because he wasn't like defending or anything along those lines, just because he was out to it. And Samoa come back and win, says Philly and the iPad. Now the Instagram, says Harrington. Yep. Although that's all the stats that I can remember. So yeah, hopefully we can come up with a few more. I mean, 2010, we saw South Africa host a FIFA World Cup. There you go. It's another stat. We kicked off high. Samoa retaining. Nicely taken by Motu Opitai and finds the offload on the inside to Valvas Afasua, who offloads from his back. Unfortunately, did roll forward, so that's going to be the penalty. And so, sorry, you were saying that he tip tackled someone with their bum out. We're still watching the Sevens, says Ethan. We are indeed. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one for anyone who's just tuning in now. But there was a tip tackle on a player who got also pantsed. It was interesting. It was lucky to escape with just a yellow, I would say, says Ethan. And go Samoa, says Dan. And there as well. And currently they are defending France just on their own 22. That was forward, I think, from Legel or to Legel. But going to be play on. So another 10 minutes left. Sorry, another 10 seconds left of Owen Nui's yellow card. Grandidier wrestled down. Penalty for accidental offside. And Samoa, their discipline's letting them down here. They certainly cannot afford too many more penalties against them throughout this match. If France score another try now, you'd say that the game, it's not over, but it's close. Another 2 tries for France here. She would be game over. But currently in Pool A, we see Samoa sitting on 3 points. France are sitting on 1. So if they won this, they'd move up to 4 alongside Samoa, and the points differential would become more and more crucial. Now, to the right-hand side, Perez. On back across. Legel, wide cutout pass. Finds the hands of the number 8, Zedar. Still the man advantage for France as well, I should mention. Legel. Up the middle now. Looks like they're looking to attack here for the French. The Rebage. Nice ball off the Grandidier. Nice step close to the touchline. Finds the offload to Rebage. Runs into his teammate. Gets almost tied up in the air by Apelo Maleko. Now again, France going to be firing this one wide over the top. Out to Pasquet. Look at the backer's pace. He's got some good stepping on him too. Close to breaking through. Now that's a risky play from France, trying to go for the miracle offload. And Samoa take it back. They've got the advantage as well for the scrum feed. So that will now mean that they're back to 7 men on the field. The only thing I remember about that World Cup was the Vavazulu, or whatever it was called. Says David and Vavazulu, that has now been moved on to the terrorizing the European crowds in the URC, says Ethan. Right. 5 minutes left of this half. The players look pretty exhausted out there on the park at the moment, as they would be. This game has not had a lot of breaks throughout. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're going to be back for the next game of Samoa. They will be playing up against Fiji. That is at 4:06 p.m. New Zealand time, and we are certainly going to be covering that game. We may even have a preview coming up before that matchup takes place, so be sure to check that out as well. But looking through now at the scrum, you'd have to say Samoa, they've had a bit of an advantage at scrum time throughout this matchup, just with that pure power and technique that they possess. Poeti Slater trying to break through the tackle of Riva. It's done well to drag him down around the bootlaces. Now Samoa trapped on their 22 at the moment. Now Apelo Maleko, that offload needed to be found, and unfortunately, because it wasn't, a little bit of extra pressure in the breakdown, just thrown away from Falaniko. And now France are going to have another chance, and it's little moments like that that sometimes can cost the Samoans. We've seen it in past matches. Big shot, now out wide. France are still in possession. Falaniko gets wrestled down. Nice work there from Samoa. Just gritty, grindy defense here at the moment. Now Perez going off, willing to leave the man on the outside open. I believe he will try and step and go through. Finds the offload to Legel. Tries to fend through. Ooh, another chance. Another handling error. It's gone down on the ground. France still with this ball. 3.5 minutes left. Back across here, France. Just trying to find that gap. It's not opening up now. Riva. Ball on the outside. Epi for the corner. Wrestled into touch. I've got to give that a clap. That was brilliant Samoan defense the whole way through. So many tackles needed to be made, and they just made the French attack look almost stagnant to an extent. And your French pronunciation is awesome. Been practicing on the ladies, have you? Says David, not exactly. My French, I only know bonjour. Mademoiselle? Mademoiselle? What does mademoiselle mean? Bonjour, Hamish. I just point. Pointing's the universal language, isn't it? As long as you're pointing with this finger and not this one, you're all right. Now, 5 meters out from that line, Samoa, good line out, managed to retain it. Now they'll look to go the full length of the field, which will not be easy up against this French side. Oh, big push there from Ribage in the breakdown. Now, Noah Levaia trying to break through, and he's done just that. Now he's got pace, still going. It's going to be a foot race. This French man is flying at the moment, taking him down on the 22. Brilliant from the youngster, Thomas Carrel, but the offload to Motu Opitai. Wrestled down, just throws the ball away. And Lagel down the wing. It's going to be a foot race once again here. How are these players still going? This game has been played at a tempo like no other so far in Hamilton. Now looking to go for the corner. Can't get over Zealous here. They've managed to make the tackle. And now Ribage will score for France. And says Greg, Jimapel. Oh, it is my name is. Well, I said Mademoiselle, didn't I? Jimapel. Bonjour, Jimapel Hamish. Yeah. And that was an amazing try, France. Very, very impressive. Oui. It's Nazi Williams. I thought so, mate. There's Nazi Williams, but that will be the try that might take the Samoans out of the game. Not a lot of time left on the clock, but Samoa just haven't had an attack in this whole second half. And it's all going to now come down to how much France can win their game up against the... Oh, actually, France, if they beat Kenya, Samoa might miss out on the quarterfinals. I've just kind of realised that. They need 2 tries now in the next 90 seconds, Samoa, if they want any chance or a big chance of going through guaranteed to the quarterfinal. If not, they'll have to rely on points differential and taking down Fiji, which will not be too easy at all. Now it's kicked high, knocked on by the Samoans. That will be more time being used up. That time, unfortunately, there, number 5. Not quite able to hang on to it. Levi Milford. Time is off now, though. Levi Milford. He wasn't the one who was in the rugby league team, was he? It was a different Levi, I think. And good try, France. Says Davin the Mod there. Going off the field, one of the French players. Go, boys, says Jason. Right, 60 seconds left for Samoa. Points differential, of course, is important, but the win would be even bigger. Big push from France. And I think it's all down to Thomas Carrel to a certain extent. That youngster, he's just thrown that ball into touch and his head sat on by Apelo Maleko. But the fact that he was able to chase down that runaway is a difference maker. Now, Samoa, they have 35 seconds about to throw this ball in. They cannot wait. They've got to get it in as soon as possible. Apelo Maleko takes it. They're going for the rolling maul? No. It's gone down, though, for Samoa. Now they've got 25 seconds. How quickly can they run the 100 meters? That's the question. Usain Bolt used to do it in about 9 seconds, didn't he? Samoa are going to have to do it in probably about 8 if they want to get through. But Uruguay steals the ball for France. It's going to be a penalty for France. All mathematical, Hamish, says David the Mod. And there, yeah, good bit of maths. We struggle with maths sometimes, although cricket, we've gotten better with the maths. Working out the runs per over. And one more try, I reckon, says Harrington. I think, no. Unfortunately, France, they kicked that one into touch. And that will be 21-10, a win for the French. And now that makes Samoa's next game a must-win to be able to go through, which is absolutely massive for the French there to be able to win this game. But that also means France have to beat Kenya. Not an easy game, but they'll be trying their absolute best for that one as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We'll be back at 2:06 p.m. New Zealand time. That is for New Zealand taking on Australia. And unless, we'll see you all for the next one.